Hey, it's David Pingree. We've got a pretty cool project we're out here with today. This is the factory Husqvarna 125 that Mike Brown rode at the recent two-stroke nationals out at Glen Helen. We bent those guys' arm far enough to where they let us keep this thing for a little bit and do some riding on it and do a little test. So this is a full factory 125 engine, the full factory kit suspension. It's the real deal. So you don't see a lot of these anymore. I mean, this is as close as you're going to get to a factory two-stroke these days anymore. So I'm stoked to get out there and see what this thing's like. I've always had a soft spot for 125s, and I'm going to go see if I can still ride one. I don't know how we ever race these bikes. That's kind of my thoughts coming off this thing. Super, super fast. This motor is incredible. Once you get it into the power band, it just goes. It's really, really fun to ride. And the suspension's insane. For the life of me, don't know why we've gone away from this spring setup. This cone valve stuff that WP makes is awesome with the track shock. Thing handles amazing. But man, it's tough to ride. It's because once you drop out of that power band, there's nothing, zero. And track is rough and kind of deep out here today. So it's been a struggle. I kind of feel like a turd out there, but still having a lot of fun. It's just a lot of work to make this thing go. And it's been a while for me. I don't know what else to tell you. But really a lot of fun. Like on the right track, this thing would be a ball. It's just when you've got tight ruts and sections where you just need some torque, and we've all gotten a little spoiled with four strokes, I think. This bike is tough to ride, that's for sure. But really, really cool. The big thing for me was the suspension. I haven't ridden really work suspension that much, except for when I get to ride these race bikes. And you can hit chop, you can hit stuff at an angle, and there's no reaction one way or the other. It just gobbles it up and keeps going. And that's a really cool feeling. And the same thing with the forks, where normally when you'd come into something really sharp, or you'll expect it to kind of pop back up, and it just gobbles it up and keeps going straight, and doesn't kind of throw all it back to your arms. Really, really nice. And it's crazy what they're getting out of this thing for horsepower. I've heard dyno numbers from different people over 40 horsepower on these bikes, so that didn't come from Husky, but just from a third party that has built good race engines out of these. So I know they can make good horsepower. You just lack in the torque. So you put in the work. They're a lot of fun to ride. Thank you to Husky for letting us take this thing out and have some fun. You know, this is you just don't see a lot of factory two-strokes anymore, and it was fun to get back on one. Thanks a lot. Thanks for watching.